let's get real. Your gun brand isn't just some random choice, it's a full-on personality flex. Got a Springfield in your holster, acting like you're the chill dad at the range? Or are you waving a Walther, pretending you're James Bond, but really just late for your desk job? And don't even try to hide if you're toting a Taurus. You're out here balling on a budget. Your gun's telling your story, so let's flip the script and roast what it's saying about you. If you're running a Glock on your hip, you're the poster child for if it ain't broke, don't fix it, except you spent $500 fixing it anyway. That G19 in your holster's got more aftermarket parts than a riced-out Honda Civic, a custom slide, a match-gray barrel, and a trigger so light it flinches when you sneeze. You call it reliable while decked out in a plate carrier at an indoor range looking like you're about to breach a door instead of shoot paper? Torture test is your buzzword, and you're always ready to show off how your plastic pistol survived things other guns wouldn't. Your closet's 90% 511 gear, and your Instagram's full of Second Amendment flexes that nobody asked for. You're the guy arguing on forums about Glock versus SIG, typing perfection while your girlfriend wishes you'd perfect something else. You're at the range, mag dumping like it's an audition for Call of Duty, and you still think you're low-key? Spoiler, you're not. All right, HK fanboys, let's talk about why you're out here acting like you're the James Bond of the gun range. Let's be real. You picked HK because you think it screams elite operator. But deep down, you're just a dude who binge-watched John Wick and thought, yeah, that's my aesthetic. You're not fooling anyone with that VP9 or P30. Those sleek lines and that buttery trigger pull just mean you're compensating for something. Probably your inability to parallel park. And don't get me started on your USB obsession. You're out here cosplaying as a 90s action hero, but the only thing you're shooting is your budget into the next dimension. UHK stands love flexing about reliability, like Glock owners are out here slinging Jam-O-Matics. Meanwhile, you're polishing that slide like it's a Fabergé egg, whispering sweet nothings about Teutonic craftsmanship. Chill, Hans, it's a gun, not a BMW. So next time you're at the range, maybe ease up on the tactical turtleneck and admit you just wanted something shiny to match your ego. Keep dreaming of that spec ops life, you glorious overpaying nerds. All right, I'm coming for you, Smith & Wesson owners, and I'm not holding back. You legends of the gun range, defenders of the dad bod republic, the loyal worshippers of a brand that peaked when flip phones were still hot. Look, I get it. Your dad's dad carried a Model 10, and now you think it's your birthright to be boring. And don't even get me started on the M&P owners, the tactical pros and gear geeks who want function with the side of flex. You carry the M&P M2.0 because you read somewhere that it's the perfect EDC. And now you say EDC like it's a defining personality trait. You've bought it in black because tactical equals serious, obviously. You spent hours debating whether to get the 4-inch or 5-inch model as if that extra inch of barrel would suddenly elevate you to John Wick status. You've got rails, optics, and customization that'd make MacGyver jealous. You reload your mags faster than you reload your social media feeds. You're out here arguing about grip stripling on X like it's a UN resolution. And you've definitely got a holster collection that rivals your ex's shoe obsession. You nod knowingly at the range when someone mentions reliability because your M&P is never jammed. Except that one time, but that was definitely the ammo's fault. But hey, I get it. You want a gun that's American, classic, and proudly mediocre. And for that, Smith & Wesson has you covered. Just don't act surprised when someone with a CZ walks past you and your slide locks back with no ammo fired. Still love you, but y'all are wild. Now let's roast your Beretta obsession with the same fire. You own a Beretta 92 FS? Congratulations, you didn't just buy a gun, you bought a legacy. Or at least that's what you told yourself when you paid more for a pistol with a slide the size of a canoe. You refer to it as my service pistol, even though the only service you've seen is your cable provider. Now, if you upgraded to the M9A1, you're the guy who thought a rail would fix all your problems. You wanted to modernize, and now you walk around with a surefire light on a gun that weighs more than your laptop. You say things like tactical heritage while carrying a pistol that's been replaced by 2 generations of better ideas. Now, if you're spinning a Beretta 1301 Tactical or any of their shotguns, You're fantasizing about defending your backyard from an imaginary militia. You call it a home defense scattergun, but you've spent more time tweaking the choke than actually shooting it. You've got a sling, a side saddle, and a red dot you don't know how to use, and you're convinced you're one range day away from being a SWAT operator. You side-eye the Glock guys for their plastic bricks, pity the Ruger crowd for their budget vibes, and straight up ignore anyone waving a Taurus. Your 9.2 is your daily driver, and that Bobcat in your pockets for when you're feeling extra spicy. You're not just a Beretta owner, you're a Beretta lifestyler, preaching the gospel of Italian steel since the Renaissance. Now go clean up your slide. It's got more carbon buildup than your Nana's lasagna pan. Ah, a Taurus in hand. You, my friend, are the eternal optimist, or the proud gambler of the gun world. If life were a poker game, you'd always call the bet even when you know the deck is stacked. Your love affair with Taurus says you're willing to live on the edge. Maybe you got a smoking deal on it, and you tell everyone how affordable it was, but secretly, you also know you'll never have to worry about running out of interesting range stories. If it misfires, you get to practice patience. Owning a Taurus means you approach each trigger pull like it's its own reality show, unpredictable, thrilling, and maybe a little nerve-wracking. People around you know that when you blink, things happen. A slide might lock, a round might not. Who can say? But hey, you wouldn't trade it because you're not the high-maintenance sort. You're the one who boasts, it's just inexpensive fun, and then immediately crosses his fingers in the parking lot. To your credit, you're the person who laughs at life's little setbacks. Your Taurus might give you grief at the worst moment, but at least it keeps things interesting. Stay strong. We all secretly admire that streak of badass bravado. If you're carrying a high point, you've officially entered the I only bought this because it was under $200 and came with a free box of ammo and a hack club. Let's be honest. Your high point's a poorly shaped brick that occasionally fires bullets. You didn't buy it because you liked it. You bought it because it was either that or another month of expired ramen. And look, I get it. High Point's the only gun brand that says you might be broke, but you still have the right to defend yourself. But does it shoot? Absolutely. Does it jam? Occasionally. Do you care? Not even a little. You're the guy who shows up at the range, dumps a mag, hits steel, and grins while the guy next to you is still diagnosing his $1,000 optic malfunction. And let's not forget the size. Your High Point's roughly the same weight as a microwave and has the ergonomics of a cinder block. But you still holster that beast like it's a Gucci Glock proudly printing through your Walmart cargo shorts. And let's not forget the yeet cannon, because when your gun has a meme engraved on the slide, you've reached a different level of self-awareness. But I'll give you this, High Point owners are confident. Delusional maybe, but confident. You didn't just embrace the bottom shelf, you made it your throne. So carry on, High Point hero. Just try not to drop it. We don't know what might happen. Oh, you're the Kel-Tec guy. Let me guess, your gun collection looks like it was assembled from rejected Stargate props and broken Nerf guns. You bought a Kel-Tec because it looks like it was designed by a sci-fi prop department on a $12 budget. Your Sub-2000 folds in half, your PMR-30 looks like a ray gun, and you think you're some kind of tactical MacGyver. You're not innovating, you're just hoarding weird guns nobody else wants. You love telling people your Kel-Tec is forward-thinking, but the only thing it's thinking about is how to jam at the worst possible moment. Your KSG shotgun looks like it belongs in a Halo game, but you're out here pretending it's practical for home defense. Spoiler, it's not. You just like it because it's weird, and you're the kind of person who thinks weird is a personality. And let's talk about that RFB bullpup rifle you're so proud of. It's like Kel-Tec took every bad idea and shoved it into one gun. Keep dreaming of your sci-fi future, Kel-Tec guy. The rest of us will stick to guns that actually work. Now let's roast the SIG guy, a.k.a. the firearms world's hype beast. You bought a P320 because you wanted military grade, but only if it came with gold trim and a skeletonized trigger. Your gun isn't a weapon, it's an accessory. You're the kind of guy who builds a $2,000 concealed carry setup and then complains that 45 ACP is too snappy. You talk about modularity like it's a personality. You don't carry a gun, you carry a platform. You've got a grip module for every day of the week, an optic for each lighting condition, and zero idea how to change a recoil spring. Let's talk facts. Your favorite pistol was recalled more times than a McDonald's ice cream machine. But you stuck by it because nothing says brand loyalty like ignoring ND reports from police departments across the country. Your entire personality is, I'm not a Glock guy, but all you did was spend more money to arrive at the same reliability, just with extra slide serrations and a fancier logo. If you're running a CZ, you've read at least 400 forum posts before choosing your carry piece. You didn't just buy a gun, you wrote a dissertation about DASA triggers, memorized the metallurgy of nitrided barrels, and called your decision optimal like you were assembling a nuclear reactor. If it's a CZ75, you tell people it's basically a better Beretta, even though no one asked. You bring it to the range, take 15 minutes to talk about slide and frame recoil characteristics, and then shoot 2 mags like you're reenacting a John Wick scene in your head. You scoff at striker-fired peasants, but will still DM them trigger upgrade links at midnight. You dry fire every night like it's a sacred ritual and treat your CZ like it's your firstborn child, which it might as well be. Just admit it, you're 2 steps from learning Czech just to read the original manual.